Well, more details are emerging about Hollywood star Johnny Depp's turbulent marriage to ex-wife Amber Heard. It's all coming out during his libel hearing against a British tabloid newspaper that accused him of physically abusing her. With that, let's bring in Jelena Adzik, who has details on this case. So really quite salacious what we're hearing. Talk to us about the latest here, Jelena.
Yeah, it's so true, Michael. This has absolutely descended into the minutiae of the private affairs between these two very famous people, and now in this very public way. I'm going to give you a look at some of their pics that we have of them as I talk a little bit about the 3.5 days in that high court witness box. We've seen and heard Depp describe a volatile relationship with Amber Heard. He says it descended into screaming matches with sometimes that they would turn physical, saying that he has strongly denied hitting Heard, and he accused her of bringing together many fake claims that he says against him as, quote, an insurance policy. He says that not only did he not abuse her, he says he felt that he was the one abused. And we talk about the sullied details, salacious nature of it, as you mentioned, Michael. At one point, he says that he knew the marriage was over when a cleaning person found excrement, that is, in their marital bed. So there are just really some eyebrow-raising details to this that people are very surprised to hear, because we don't normally hear of celebrities of this stature having this kind of information being brought out into the public. But of course, this is all part and parcel of this court case that has to do with that newspaper article, because the newspaper owner is defending himself, saying that they can back up their claims of calling him a, quote, wife beater because of Amber Heard's allegations. So it's turned into this really intense he said, she said, and there's no end to it in sight just yet, Michael.
Yeah, really getting ugly, as you say. So what's still ahead for the trial then?
Just really quickly, when you think of the fact that these are two high-profile people, I say they met on the set of Rum Diaries, there are so many other actors that he's worked with in the past and performers that have been a part of his life in terms of life partnerships. For example, Vanessa Paradis, his partner for many years, with whom he has 2 children. She has sent in a statement to the court in support of him, at least acknowledging that during their time together he was not abusive or violent. So it's very likely that we'll see her come into play here and reiterate those statements that she made in written form orally. And then same goes with Winona Ryder. This is someone he worked with, of course, on Edward Scissorhands, and they were famously together back several years ago, of course. She also sent in a statement saying that he was positive towards her during their time together. So I think that those 2 actresses are going to come into play with the remaining weeks of the trial ahead.
Okay, Jelena, thank you for that. Jelena Adzik in Toronto.